I recovered money for last administration, and I recovered money for this administration. Now, people don't know this. Let me explain this. Most people may not understand this, but let me explain for Nigerians, because I want the truth to be told, and I want Nigerians to understand the truth and know what is going on in Nigeria. Listen, I'm not afraid of anybody. I'm saying the truth. Now, our president, thank God our president stands for the truth. The unfortunate thing is that some people around him, whom he has given trust, are lying to him. This one I can attest to, and I can give you instances, I can give you documentary evidences. People portray themselves as if they are saints around the president. It's a lie, they are not. I recovered first, we recovered as a team, 282 billion naira cash. We recovered, aside from the 282 billion, we were able to bring information and caught 43 special suspects. 1.6 billion, 1.6 trillion naira cash, investment, and properties were recovered. Now, they have threatened me, they have threatened my lawyer, they have threatened my brothers, sisters, they have threatened us all that I will be killed. In fact, somebody threatened my family will be annihilated if I go and testify. Now, this issue is, I asked Mr. President specifically, Mr. President, if you really want to know the truth and you want to be fair to the whole nation, give opportunity for everybody to come and present. Hearing, Mr. President, I'm appealing to you, Mr. President. There are so many things people are not telling you. When I get to that public hearing, I will tell you some things that nobody ever told you, Mr. President, because I never had the opportunity to sit down with you. And I'm telling Mr. President, I will give you information and documents that will fetch you over 3 trillion naira now in Nigeria. If I don't do it, Mr. President, give me 9 months. Within the first 3 months, I will show you 1 trillion, just like I showed you 1 trillion in this 2017. I will show you again, and I will show you, and I will show you again.
Well, that's where we're keeping our focus this morning, the Mainagate, and I'm being joined by Robert Clarke, a senior advocate of Nigeria, to help us unravel some of these intricacies and different angles. This has been the latest of the angles. Maina coming out himself in an exclusive interview, to ask Mr. President, give me a chance to have a discussion with you, and I'll reveal even more. Do you think Mr. President should give Abdul Rashid Maina a chance to have a discussion with him?
You see, we have always said it in this country, that the system of governance that we have gives room to corruption. This is a classic example where within the system somebody can sit down and for a long period of time been stealing trillions, whereas we are now going around the world begging to borrow trillions. The problem in Nigeria is that the system is rotting. Unless we change the system of governance, these areas of corruption will always rear their heads. Well, Maina has come out now to say that through this system, I have been able to steal so much. Now I want to help you to, curb this system.
No, he didn't say that he stole so much. He said he recovered.
Well, whichever language he uses. When you recover and you did not tell people, you did not return it. What does that mean? If I recover on behalf of government and I still keep the money, it means something else. It's not recovery.
No, he didn't say that he kept the money. He said that he was able to show Mr. President 1 trillion, and he can still show him even more money running into trillions if he is given the opportunity to do so. So will it make sense to give him an opportunity to prove his innocence?
Well, the action now is not to prove his innocence. His action now is to show that there's a leakage in the system which needs, to be covered up, and he knows it. And it's in the interest of government to call him down and let him speak and show the government where these leakages are. It's not a question. If he participated in it, he has to pay the price. If he did not participate in it and is aware of it and never blew the whistle, then he's also as guilty. So I will agree with him to sit down with Mr. President and let Mr. President know that the system you are running There are so many loopholes that the civil servants in this country, the public officers in this country, have walked through this system and are making a hell of money out of the system. I agree with him. He should be given the opportunity.
So when you consider the lawmakers, top government officials that were also associated with this Mainagate as part of the pension fraud, would you say that the TSA missed this particular fraud activity in the pension scheme?
Look, let us be honest. Nigeria is full of corruption. This is just an iceberg. This is one of many, many corrupt practices that are going on today in Nigeria. So I am not too sure that, how can I put it? It's sickening. Let me just put it that it's sickening because there are many other areas of corruption going on. How many of them will government look into at one particular time? The pension fund is just one out of hundreds. Why not look at the system that allows such things to happen? That's what we have been crying for. We are saying the 1999 Constitution is a rotten egg. You can't build anything on it. It is the same Constitution that gives power to the minister to be the accounting officer in a ministry. It is the same power that goes to the governor. All checks in the state, must be signed by him. It is what he authorizes. When such powers are given to an individual, he misuses it, let's be honest. And that is what is happening in Nigeria. The concentration of power on the presidency, the concentration of power on the governor, the concentration of power on the director general. These are areas of corruption. We need to plug these holes. If not, for the next 100 years, if we are going through the same system, we'll be doing inquiries about how so much money was stolen or not.
But looking at immediate actions now, because Maina did mention that 43 persons were uncovered in this pension scam. But since then, nothing has been heard about the 43. What do you think is happening?
Well, the system is corrupt. And by the time you look into what is happening, maybe 20, 30, 40 top-ranking people are already involved. Instead of looking at what is happening to the system, people are rushing here and there to cover up. What has happened in Maina's case is not more of disclosures,
why not name them,
more of cover.
Why not name them?
Well, he has told you personally that his life is in danger. And that shows you the extent of the damage that has been done to the economy of the country. He is now telling you that his family is being threatened, that even his lawyer is being threatened. So what do you say, human being?
But it's a good thing that he's coming out to lay bare, lay down his cards, that this much is going on and I can help this government to recover trillions of naira in line with fighting corruption by Mr. President. Isn't that the way to go?
It's the way to go, I agree with you. Because in the criminal system, it's not the idea of punishment alone that is very important. It is how you ensure that such criminality do not occur in future. Let me give you a classic example. They said there was a Nigerian boy working in the banks in the USA, and his job was just every month send, bankers' details, to customers. When he's sending you your monthly bank statement, he ensures that 20 cents out of your own 20 cents are deducted. Maybe you have an account of $2,000 or $30,000. You will not look at the cents, the 20 cents that is missing in your account. And 20 cents from various accounts, he now pays it into an account created by him within the same bank. Then all of a sudden, the internal auditors discovered that there's an account in this bank. Every time you just find cents, 20 cents, 30 cents going, and it has now become millions. And they discovered that it was a fraud being perpetrated within the system. But what did they do? They never sacked him. They even said, look, he was a genius to have thought of stealing only 10 cents in an account. So these are the things when a criminal comes out and says there's a loophole within the system, I'm going to help him. It's better to listen to him.